Hello students, we have to discuss computer subject today. The name of your book is Computer Science and Information Technology. Let us start from computer network. This is your first chapter in your book. In this chapter we have to discuss about what is a network and what are the advantages of computer networking and components of computer networking, types of networks, network topology, network operating system and client servers. Okay, so let us begin. First is, what is a network? Now you might be knowing that whenever we work on a computer, if it is not connected to the internet, it is known as a standalone computer. Okay, standalone means it is not connected anywhere. So whatever we have is just our own PC. We can just see the files which are there in our own PC. Okay, and if some hardware device is to be connected, for example, if you have to connect a printer to our computer system, then that will be connected physically with our own system. All right. Now, what is a network then? A network means that our computer is connected to other computers. Like we have our computer lab. In our computer lab also, you might have seen that there is one server computer and there are some other PCs which are known as client PCs. Alright, so now because they are connected, they can share the information also. You can see here in this picture over here that this PC over here, this is a server PC. Okay, and we have to connect it to this computer number 1, computer number 2 and computer number 3. Okay, so how will we connect? We'll have a networking cable and all the networking cables, see these lines over here? So networking cable from this PC will be connected to the hub. From this PC also it will be connected to the hub. Then from the third PC it will connect it to the hub. Okay, and this server PC will also be connected to this hub. You can see so many ports here, right? So we can use 4 ports here, 1 for the server computer and 3 for the client PCs. And so in this way they all will be connected together. Now we imagine that all these PCs, these client PCs 1, 2, 3 have to connect to the internet. So what we will do? We will take the server PC and we will connect it to the router which connects it to the internet. Now internet comes here in the server PC and the server PC will share it with all these 3 client PCs. Okay, this way the computers 1, 2 and 3 will be connected to the internet as well. Okay, so you can see that how this networking helps us. Even if you want a printer to be attached with all the 3 client PCs as well as the server, you will connect the computer with the printer with the server PC and then share that printer through the hub to all these 3 client PCs. Alright, that way you can print it from anywhere. Okay, so let us start with our work. What is a network? A network consists of 2 or more computers that are linked in order to share the resources. Now what are the resources? Resources are the printers, the modems, the scanners. Okay, all these things, even your CD drives or might be any folder. Okay, or even your pen drives. All these are the resources which we can share with the client PCs. Alright, so I hope you have understood what is the meaning of a network. Now let us discuss about the advantages of computer networking. In the advantages, children, we have many advantages. The first one being the connectivity and the communication. So your network connect computers and the users of those computers. See, they connect the computers and the users of those computers. Now using network, different people can communicate with each other. Communicate means they can talk to each other. Alright, No, talking doesn't mean like we talk on the phone. Talking means that we can share something. We can share the files. For example, on WhatsApp, you can share the PDF files or some audio or video files. That is also a part of the communication. Okay. Then people can communicate at very low cost. Now, why we have a low cost? We can send emails, we can even chat, we can even use the SMS service, or we can even share some hardware data also. For example, you have a CD drive. That CD drive is attached to the main computer or the server. That way also it can be shared. You are lowering the cost that way also. Okay. Then the second point is data sharing. I want to share the data now. So how to do that? One of the most important uses of networking is to allow the sharing of data. Allow the sharing of data. Before, networking was common, and counting employee who wanted to prepare a report for his or her manager would have to produce it on his PC. So first of all, he would have to do it on his PC. Then we put it on the floppy disk, and then take it over to the manager. Those who will transfer the data to his or her PC's hard disk. But now what we have is that we can, through networking, we can just share that folder to the other client PCs, and the other people can share it. They can use it. Okay, so there's no need of physically transferring that file through pen drive onto the other person's PC. You can just share that folder, and it will be available to the other client PCs. Then we have third one, the hardware sharing. Hardware sharing means, children, that we have one floppy drive, or we have one CD drive, okay, or we have one pen drive or a printer, okay. All these resources, they are expensive resources, right? So if we have, let us say, 10 client PCs, we don't need to buy 10 printers for that, okay. So what we can do is we can just have that drive, whichever printer, scanner, or any hard drive, to the main PC or the server PC, and then we can share that resource to the person which we want to have that resource shared. Okay, for example, if we are working on the server and we want 2-3 people which are attached to the network to print something, then we can share the printer to those 3 PCs, and they can just print it directly from their PCs. Okay. Fourth one, internet access. As we discussed in this example, see here, we were having the internet attached to this server PC. See this internet here? It is attached to the server PC, but through the hub or this router or whatever we call it, okay, we have shared it on these 3 PCs. Alright. So if you have got an internet connection over here, the internet connection can be shared to computer 1, computer 2, or computer 3. Okay, even to all. So that way we can share the internet. Internet in itself is an enormous network. Enormous network means that there are huge people. See, there are a number of people who are attached to this. This is a huge network. Alright, so whenever you access the internet, you are using a network. Alright, then see this, entertainment. Networks facilitate many types of games and entertainment. You might have played those online games, so this is a part of that. The internet offers many sources of entertainment. See the sixth one, sharing software. Now imagine that I have got one software and I want to install it in all the client PCs. For example, I'm in the school, in the lab, okay, and I want to install one particular software on all the 30 PCs here, okay. So what will I do? I will attach all the computers to the network, okay, and I'll place my software onto one computer, the main PC, the server, and I'll share that software, okay. So now what will happen is that if I share one software, it will be available to all the PCs there in the lab. So I can just open that software from the server PC, and I can install it. Okay. In a computer network, application programs and other software are stored on the central computer. What is the central computer? Central computer is the server. Okay, so users connected to a network can access these programs or software. Okay, you might have used those modules on your this smart class, right? That is also a part of it. All right, keeping backup. Now, this backup simply means a copy. Okay, it simply means a copy of that is stored somewhere else. For example, I have some important files in my computer and I don't want that they should be spoiled or destroyed or deleted. Okay, and what will I do? I'll just copy those files onto another PC or maybe into my pen drive. Okay, so that way my files will be saved. Even accidentally if they get deleted from the main PC, still I have it, a backup of that. Okay, backup means a copy of that. So here what he means is that we are working on all the 30 PCs in the lab, for example. Then I want to keep some important files which the students have created. Okay, and what will I do? I'll just copy them onto a shareable folder onto the main or the server PC. So even if it is lying in the client PC, it is also lying in the server PC. So if it by mistake gets deleted from the client PC, then we can always have it from the server PC.